Hallo Leute, willkommen zurück zu Pokémon Infinity in einer anderen Dimension. Wir hatten letztens die beiden Story-Enden erlebt, beziehungsweise die beiden Story-Kämpfe, Endkämpfe, wie auch immer, jedenfalls gegen Professor Thorn und gegen You, und sind jetzt hier in dieser anderen Dimension wieder gelandet. Und ich würde sagen, wir legen uns einfach wieder schlafen. If you do, there's no guarantee that you'll be able to wake up back. Damit haben wir jetzt hier das dritte Ende. Gehen wir das ein bisschen ab. Unreal Time, Graphics, Tiles. So viele Leute haben noch nicht dran gearbeitet, ne? Noch ein bisschen Mucke wird auch gemacht. Beta-Tester, 4 Stück. The End. Und somit sind wir in unserer Realität wieder. Oder in einer anderen. If you're reading this, that means we have more work to do. Come back to the lab. Oh, Professor Thorn wieder. Hey Dummy, or should I greet you as Trident Champion now? Professor Wormwood wanted me to keep an eye out of you. He said he has something for you. He wants to go into his lab. Oh, dann gehen wir mal in his lab. Hi. Nice to see you. I was worried you had forgotten about us after becoming the trainer champion. Just kidding. I know you wouldn't lost something like that you got on your head. I'm glad you stopped me through. I'm just read out the Eagle Trainer orientation. Why, given you upcoming trainers our first Pokemon? I'm just so happy to have Pokemon left. I didn't choose where you left my lap. I figured out the best person to raise them would have been on you because just became champion. That's you. Oh, wir haben die anderen Pokémon bekommen. The SSN has a world-trolling cruise line. I believe to stop instant before drinking here. Keep it, we are making everyone proud. Okay, danke, danke, danke. Dum, dum. Moment, wir haben nur die im Team? Poison Point. Serenade's Grace. Im Nachhinein muss ich sagen, dass ich lieber das Dingsi genommen hätte, anstatt das Dungsi. Nee, lieber Bisasam genommen hätte, anstatt... Nun, sag schon, Lumanda. Ich bin verwirrt. Was machen wir hier? Was tun wir hier? Okay. Ein Bubble im Regen. Dum, dum. Warum müssen wir jetzt nochmal alte Trainer bekämpfen? Wo sind wir in einem Universum? Haben wir jetzt unsere Pokémon nicht mehr? Sand Attack, ne, lass mal einen Scheiß. Nimbus Fist. Oh, warum nicht, ne? Sind doch auch komplett andere Trainer. Ich bin verwirrt. Ich gehe mal nochmal zum Roth. Hat er nicht einen PC? Okay, scheinbar nicht. Scheinbar nicht. Er hat immer einen Schlafraum. Nett. Okay, dann müssen wir uns erstmal zu Professor Thorn durchprügeln mit den beiden Pokémon, die wir haben. Bleibt uns ja nichts anderes übrig. Ist nicht auch eine komplett neue Route? Ist ein Raupi? Oh, eine Tuchzel. Moment, was will er? I suppose you would like to teach what you Pokémon Heal Bell. Ne, lass mal gut sein. Ein kleines süßes Loturzel. Man kann also auch ein normales Kappa-Loris kriegen. Kappa, lull. Gehen Sie weg, Hoppip. Gehen Sie weg. Lassen Sie mich in Ruhe. Lassen Sie mich doch in Ruhe. Schauen wir mal hier. Ja. Haben wir gegen den auch nicht gekämpft? Fragen über Fragen. Denke Limo. Ich glaube, ich werde auch dringend wechseln erstmal zu. Wow. Zu Shiggy. Weil mit nur Tackle ist ja richtig beschissen. So, besamen wir dich mal. Natürlich ein Crit. So, 100 Jahre später. Ja, wir tauschen. Ganz dringend. Nimbus Fist. Okay, und die Genauigkeit sinkt. Spannend. Was hat er noch? Ein Jigglypuff. Ah, sind wir physisch oder speziell? Wenn es gleich herausfinden. Ah, okay. Jetzt ist Bubble definitiv die bessere Option. Dip, 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 dip. Hold back. Nee, lass mal gut sein. Ring, lass mal gut sein. Dry Needles, okay. Das als Leech Seed auf jeden Fall. Dup, 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 dup. Dup, 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 dup. Da ist ein Pokémon Center. Natürlich ist es besetzt. Es ist besetzt. Hi, now Rich Boy Carson. Deiner Pussy. Fünfmal? Na komm, viertes Mal hätte es auch noch treffen können. So, weg mit dir. Clefairy. Bleiben wir drin. Sogar 4-mal. Encore. Ja. Ich hätte es auch weiter eingesetzt. Barbical Tackle. Ah, das ist auch das, was das Kanimani konnte. Pikachu! Ne, bleiben wir drin. Oh nee, senkt nicht meinen Angriff. Wow. Boah, was ein Cheater. Kippt er sich erstmal einen Trank hier hinter die Binde. Ja. Hail Whip. Haben schon 3-mal treffen und da hat sich der Lachs. Dankeschön. Oh, jetzt hat er endlich einen Smitbo. Der hatte lange nur einen Saftkorn. Ah, ich erinnere mich an einen Typen. Der hat immer gesagt, ich bin nicht in Laune zu kämpfen. Auf einmal hat er die Laune jetzt. Kakao. Rookie Seed. Sag schon mal lieber aus. Da kennen wir die Weiterentwicklung. Das ist nämlich der Affe. Es gab diesen Psychoaffen beim letzten Batch. Das hier die Vorentwicklung. Nicht mal, glaube ich, bei Zurück Town. Mudkip. Upsala, nein, wir bleiben natürlich drin. Das ist hier nix, nee. Jetzt kann man vielleicht noch dieses Abra fangen. Dum, 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 dum. Gehen wir weg hier. Ja, danke, tschüss. Ja, hier ist wieder das. Ne, da oben ist es jetzt. Das Abra. Sagen, ich bin so frech und gehe einfach hier rum. Hallöchen, Nidoran. Und auf Wiedersehen, Nidoran. Ja, Kraxler, ne? Hä? Haben wir immer noch nicht. Dann Spars. Oha, er saugt uns Leben ab. Oh, das macht ja Schaden. Hä? Einfach 5-mal treffen. Ja. Dankeschön. 4-mal hat sogar gereicht. Spearow. Jack Spearow. Okay, dann gehen wir wieder auf Blubber. Wobei, nimm es fürs Mal immer noch die Hälfte. Ah, die Verteidigung hat gesunken, ist gestiegen. Dann greifen wir auf jeden Fall mit Bubble an. Weit, ja, klingt gut. Dude, schnell bleiben wir drin. Oh Gott sei Dank keine Sturdy mehr. So, das war's mit dir. Dann sind wir wieder hier. Oh me, what a bittersweet surprise. The fact that you're here means I failed. I suppose I owe you an explanation. I figured out a long time ago that all of this was just in our head. Time is different here, so it's hard to say for certain just how long we've been perceiving all this, but it feels like decades. For you, it probably feels more like it's been about 15 hours and 29 minutes, just as a rough estimate. See, my journey started out just like yours. Woke up in a Genesis forest, went back to Hades Town, got a starter Pokémon, so on and so forth. Except, there was no Professor Thorn. This hilltop used to be barren. My journey took me around Ego, collecting the badges, exploring the places, doing the classic sequence of events of an ideal Pokémon adventure. I did eventually come face to face with the space-time deities, and I bested them to several occasions. I went on space adventures with Palkia, traveled through time with Dialga. Didn't do a whole lot with Giratina, that one is a bit too unsettling to be around for me. Then, on one occasion, where I did have all three of them by myself, we started on the path of breaking irgendwas. When working with just Dialga, it is difficult to create divergent timelines, because Dialga likes to keep things in order. But with the space energy of Palkia, the dark energy of Giratina, where we were able to make the first alternative timeline. I had them send me back to create a new timeline in which I got to work with a younger version of myself. Knowing what I had learned from my few years of adventuring around Ego, I was able to help my younger self to grow and progress more efficiently. Then, working together, we did it again. We continued making brands and timelines just to explore and discover all we could in this fantastical world. But one day we hit the limit. We made one too many branch timelines. Unbeknownst to us at the time, there's a Pokemon that's higher than Arceus, one that came before it. I have named it Arceus. It can exist through all dimensions, but prefers to stay in the void around our reality. It lays eggs in the void. From those eggs come new inverses, and Arceus go with it. When we created the branching timelines, it started to disrupt the dark space that Arceus and the other universe were made. So Arceus intervened to see what's going on. And in the battle that followed, Arceus reset our reality, realigned the timeline and setting things right. Before waking up from the reset, for a brief moment, I could hear my parents' voices. They were telling me to wake up and be there with me until I woke up. And when I finally was able to wake up, I was in Genesis Forest again. I knew what I heard, and I knew this time around that what I was experiencing in Ego wasn't real. But I went along with it anyway, because I figured if I'm gonna be here, I might as well enjoy myself. Why wake up when the reality I'm experiencing right now is more comforting and enjoyable than the one I call home? So I sat here for years, repeating the same adventure, talking to the same people who always said the same things. I have thought Arceus dozens of times. No, I have existed in thousands of alternate timelines. I would travel to a time before young me and Origin arrived and established myself as Professor Thorn, the new aesthetic professor to the region. I continued to do that for years, and one day realized that I had to put an end to it, that I had my fill of ego. It was time to finally wake up. I thought that I could give you the adventure we created and end it with a big climatic battle. It wouldn't satisfy us enough to snap out of it. I had hoped that in this transition after that, I would have convinced you once and for all to wake up and go back home. But here you are, yet again. Not satisfied with your own world, so you've returned to the one we made up. I suppose we just move ahead with what we always do then. Finish exploring Ego and other realities with Reach. Since I've used Arcos to reset reality, we shouldn't have to worry about Team Fate entering for quite some time. In this reality, you just became the Trident Tower champion. No one in Ego knows what about happened with future you or the space-time deities. I also went ahead and returned the trophy to the museum with a new piece of Arcanium that looks like the Chaos Shard. They didn't seem to notice. So I guess you are kinda free to do whatever now, huh? When you want to meet me in the lab, I have some cool upgrade to show you. Okay, das werden wir doch auch direkt machen. Nachdem wir unsere Pokémon haben. Nein! Moment. Max Revive. Quantum Upgrade. Nice. Für Purigunse. There are two main upgrades that I think you'll appreciate, but you have to step into the machine to see them. Okay, machen wir doch. Initializing space mining protocol. Quantifying biological molecular values. Digitizing. Welcome to the virtual briefing room. This is an upgrade number 1. I've created an efficient user interface to aid you in traverse the multiverse. From now on, you can come and go as you please when it comes to reality hopping missions. It will be kind of like headquarters to see what scenarios are available for you to take part in. At the back wall there are nodes that you can use to access the PC or heal your team. Okay, that's where upgrade number 2 comes into the exosuit. The suit you're wearing has been upgraded. You can now wear it when you leave here, assuming you don't care if the people stare at you. The upgrade suit has a path-finding feature that will help you to scale the sides of cliffs. It's called the Rock Climb feature. Ja, endlich! It will be able to alert you if there are any roaming mythical Pokémon in your area. Okay. And that's it. Take a look around and see if there are any missions you want to partake. Yeah. Oh yes, I almost forgot about it. It seems like shortly after you updated the computer, someone on an X materialized. Ein digitales Ei. Okay. Ein virtuelles Ei. Wow, 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 schwing. Ich würde sagen, wir gehen mal gleich hier noch oben. Arcos generally keeps to itself until the sense of disruption will flow through the universe. So if you want a chance to capture it yourself, we're going to have to do a bit more real... Okay. Moment. So we've got two main things to accomplish if you want to face Arcos. We'll need to jump from our dimension to another and start causing a disruption in the flow of reality. It won't take much. I've got 2 missions ready that will help us with that. Just need to find once more. The other task is that you have to obtain and learn how to play the Azure Flute. Don't worry, as long as you're wearing the exosuit, I'll be able to help you playing any tune you hear automatically. The last place we saw the Azure Flute was with Koba, for the summoning of Palkia for the Choral Festival. If you're lucky, maybe you can convince him to give it to you. He still has it. Once you've got the flute, seek out a competent flute player while you're wearing the exosuit that can learn how to play like the mission. By both of these things, I would start off in Zurück Tower. Okay. Nein, wir haben... Ah, wir können alles anquatschen. You know, one of the first pieces of evidence that we are doing was the starters given used by Wormwood. We know for the fact that Bulbasaur, Charmander and Squirtle are not supposed to look that way, they're an ego. As I said before, the nature of dreams. Serious amino, serious... Perhaps just another major mention to keep the dream go? I disagree. Figured we should take a few minutes to go and nab us the original counter starters. Don't worry, I thought it was technical theft. Okay, because it's a different reality altogether, you need to be able to bring your team with. I'm working on a fix for that, but you shouldn't even need them within a case. You should... we would just be dropped into Pallet Town and try to grab Pokémon. Would you like to transport there now? Ja. Dann fangen wir doch mal die Pokémon. Wie komplex ist es bitte? Alright, good to see you to make it. Now what you want, you shouldn't have. You wouldn't have. Hopping realities for the first time always runs into risk. Anyway, you all have to navigate towards the Professor's Lab, grab the Pokémon off the table in the bag and head. Hier, wir klauen einfach die Pokémon. Looks like the Professor Oak is talking to Red. Oh, jetzt Raffis, wir sind... Oh, wow. Wir sind einfach in einer Zeitline von Kanto. Wir klauen alle. Und jetzt sind wir dieser komische Typ in diesem Umhang. What I mean is, now that we have located what believed to be in the original Kanto, I can pull well-known characters from their dimensions and drop them into ours. All I have to do is pick a person that we might know of and find a time in which they were brought to the SSN. Then I can overlap their realities with ours and I gently slide them into the SSN of our reality. I'll take a little more fun. Okay. The mission will help us in two ways. Causing a small disruption in reality to attract Arcos and help us to getting an item that will help us to capture Arcos. The production of Master Balls was shut down years ago, and that's the only thing that we know can capture Arcos for sure. We need some other materials as well, but I will be creating a new ball specifically to capture Arcos. In order to do that, I need the programming blueprint from an original Master Ball. So I'm going to send you back to a location in our timeline that I know for sure had a Master Ball. Okay. Silphcope! Faster you head over and I need, the faster it all ends. My team has infiltrated every floor in the company. With one quick call, the whole place will be put in lockdown. What are you talking about? We don't have anything like that. Okay, don't lie to me. I've seen research notes on its capture capability. I know the president was gifted a prototype. If you don't let me have it, I can promise I'll be able to contain the power of this Pokémon for long. President Sylph, what would we do? Who's that? Okay, wir kämpfen jetzt gegen Giovanni. Mit unserem Spackenteam hier. Das, wir müssen noch mal reden. Der Plan ging nicht ganz auf, glaube ich. Okay, wir holen erstmal unser Team wieder. Da ist auch das Ei. Und ich würde auch sagen, das Ei lassen wir mal gleich ausstüpfen. So. Mal kurz. Warten wir mal kurz, bis das Ei ausschlüpft hier. Okay, also wir müssen zum einen den Meisterball holen und Giovanni niederknüppeln. Passt. Dann müssen wir die Azurflöte lernen. Oder beziehungsweise wir müssen es holen. und einen Typen finden, der es kann. Wir können Pokémon. Wir können also auch Charaktere, die aus Kanto sind, in unsere Welt holen über die SSN. Wie warum das funktioniert. Die Frage ist, was wir davon haben, ne? Und wenn wir das alles haben, dann können wir Alkohos fangen. Okay. Und was aus? Wir können jetzt endlich Rockclimben. Gott sei Dank. Hat ja ewig gedauert. So, und dann haben wir es auch gleich. Einen Augenblick. Die Arbeit ist verbracht. Okay Leute, wir sehen uns gleich wieder. So, hallöchen, willkommen zurück. Es hat einfach ewig gedauert. Aber mal gucken, was nicht drin ist. Ein Pokémon. Nuffig. Level 1. Mit Anpassung. Und aus Pokémon wird Koromon. Und was wird aus Koromon? Agumon. Und der ganze Käse geht so weiter. Also man kann theoretisch Wargreymon hier kriegen. Wenn man ich glaube Level 90 oder so. Ist ein weiter Weg. Aber falls man es haben möchte, lohnt sich. Ist Feuerstahl und halt unglaublich viel oder hohe Stat-Werte. Aber dann machen wir nächstes Mal die Flöte und schauen wir mal, ob wir Giovanni besiegt kriegen, oder? Damit werde ich den Meisterball kriegen. Bis dahin, ciao.